Now, community news, a couple of bits on community news. The main thing I was quite interested in during this community news breach, which is up on the community websites, both the US and the EU, is Coffee with the Devs. And this one's titled Content for Casuals, which I found pretty interesting. Again, going back to what I said about raid tier content for casuals and everything else. And really the questions that they asked the devs this week is what happens when those casual players reach level 85? What are the continuing rewards available for them? Because obviously that's one of the main reasons everyone plays World of Warcraft. There's that sense of achievement. You want to be achieving things. That's why you're playing World of Warcraft. At the end of the day, you're playing an MMO. Whether those achievements are actual achievements, whether it's quest rewards, gear, mini pets, whatever, you have to keep having that. And that's something Blizzard appears to be very much looking towards. And also they mention about the personal progression within the Firelands to make content personal. So again, reading that gives you a very good insight in where Blizzard are looking to go, how to really engage a lot of the player base. It may not necessarily be those progression raiders, or even those guilds that are having trouble with recruitment, they're on a bit of a burnout or whatever else, what content is available for them. Okay, other issues on the forums then, and I'm only really going to look at one, because otherwise this is going to go on for far too long. There was another forum post, and I've mentioned this before about how much I hate these. Mages, Imbalance, and Blizzard. There's a very, very lengthy post from a player called Fargal. Obviously an alt, and I hate posts with alt characters on there. And basically this goes on. This post has been copied from customer support forum. Before replying to this thread, calling me a whiner, telling me to re-roll, just be reading the title, please read the whole thread. Now, immediately that gets my hackles up, because really you shouldn't need to tell people to read the whole thing. If it's a well-constructed forum post, a lot of people are going to read, and let's face it, you can ignore forum trolls. Trolls are going to troll regardless, so please don't put those asinine little comments at the start. Okay, now to start with the beginning, of course, we all know mages, we all whined about them, we all call them overpowered, and many of us re-rolled to them. Unfortunately, Blizzard doesn't want to see this, doesn't hear us, doesn't care about us, and they should, as they think they are. It's not very well written, I'll warn you now, and it's not only about mages, it is all about the imbalance from this game, especially when it comes to PvP. Right, I'm just going to stop there immediately. I've already said in the past how much I hate people whining about balance in PvP. I am a PvP player. I do arena. In fact, a lot more of my game time has been taken up by PvP lately. However, I think it's important that these people that post in the forums remember that World of Warcraft is primarily a player versus environment game. PvP was a later added thing, Arena was a much later added thing. So, guys, try and get off your high horse. Remember that the whole game isn't going to be balanced around PvP, or it shouldn't be balanced around PvP. Okay, it should be balanced around PvE capability. Okay, and until Blizzard come up with a separate specs for PvE and PvP, respectively, with different spells and abilities, you're not going to get that balance, or at least not get that balance without severely gimping the PvE game. Okay, to continue, mages have it all: huge damage, perfect crowd control, not so much skill needed to play them compared to other classes such as hunters and locks. Which I laughed, because of course, hunters and locks, those well-known, excessively hard classes to play. and few to no weaknesses. A few days ago or weeks, I forget exactly which, I read some of the 4.2 patch notes and noticed a slight nerf in mages, but compared to others, it does not represent everything. Basically, this is a very long post, several sort of paragraphs, and I'm not going to read the whole thing out to you because it's just going to take far too long. But effectively, it can be summed up by this. I'm going to complain about mages because I lose to them in the arena. However, I'm not going to really give any sort of constructive criticism or suggestions as to how this can be fixed. And really, that's the worst kind of post for this sort of thing. If you want Blizzard to ignore your forum post, that's how you do it. Make a long and lengthy post in which you whine about things without producing any constructive criticism as to how or why these can be fixed. Now, response to this post, or the champion response, I have to give to Daurian, who's a most valuable poster on the forums, and basically he reiterates what has already been mentioned by several of the lead designers, including Ghostcrawler, that yes, mages are one-on-one dueling are extremely overpowered, particularly the Frost Mage. Totally agree with that. On a one-on-one fight, a Frost Mage can win most battles because they do have very good crowd control and good damage and a high survivability. That's why a lot of people play Frost Mages in PvP. And yes, very early on in Arena, they can dominate. It's quite easy to ramp up your rating with very little gear when you're first starting off. However, important things to note, that PvP is not balanced around 1v1 and dueling. Okay, that's something that people seem to forget straight off. PvP isn't even balanced around 2v2, it is balanced around 3v3 play. And when you are playing the 3v3, it is very different from when you were playing even 2v2 and dueling, of course, because you're working in tandem with other classes and other specs. Okay, you've also got to remember, not all classes are balanced equally. Okay, as a Frost Mage, I eat Hunters. I also eat Death Knights. However, I am countered by several other classes, not least Feral Druids and Rogues. I hate Rogues with a passion, because they can shadow step, they can stealth in combat. These are all things that make it very difficult as a mage to deal with. Okay, and it's all about using all your class abilities together. Also, high-end arena, the classes are much more balanced. Okay, if you are getting eaten very easily by a mage because of high damage, I would tell you that your resilience gear is nowhere near high enough. Okay, I know that when I come up against a badly geared hunter or warrior, I can eat them in about 2 deep freezes, if that. Sometimes even 1, and a couple of frost bolts to finish off. Okay, if I am fighting another full vicious clad class, it is a lot harder for me to deal with them. Okay, so please, forum posters, stop complaining about mages in 1v1 fights, okay, because you are not going to get it balanced. Okay, please remove your head from whatever orifice you currently keep it, because your asinine comments are not going to make Blizzard change the way they balance the game. It is balanced, okay, it's just not balanced in the way that you like, i.e. 1v1 fights, okay, or very low end game. Okay, the high end game is where it is balanced, and it is primarily balanced around 3v3. And it's also balanced around this idea of class and counter-class. If you are not the counter-class to a mage, you are obviously going to struggle with dealing with mages. It's as simple as that. Okay, the last thing I want to very much talk about on the community news very, very quickly is that Blizzard has announced the winners of the Memories of Blizzard video contest. So congratulations go out to Michael Matuszek from Bonn in Germany, and also to runners-up Jeffrey Kolper, who's from Amstel in the Netherlands, and Daria Potrisova, excuse me if I pronounce that wrong, from Moscow in Russia. The videos are actually very good. I found particularly Daria's one quite amusing to watch. It's a little cartoon thing, so it's worth having a little nosy at just for them. Okay, now obviously this video has been going on for a while, 25 minutes. If you've followed me through to the end, thank you very much for your patience. I hope I haven't dribbled on too much. I'm probably not going to edit this extensively. It's very much an as-is, and on top of that, I do actually have some work to do. Surprise, surprise, Runz has work. So yeah, I'm going to bow out on that note. I hope you all have a very pleasant evening. I hope you all enjoy patch 4.2. Just remember Arena Season 9, I think we're now in Season 9, Season 10, I forget. The next Arena season, anyway, should be released on Tuesday. I think it's, I'm going to look at my notes, should be the 5th of July for the US servers, and the 6th of July for EUs. It should come in with the your weekly resets. So definitely look forward to that. If you don't already, or you're not a big PvP player, you are a raider, whilst I sympathise with your position, I do heartily recommend you get involved in PvP. It is a very, very fun aspect to the game. You know, in the same way that I would advise PvP players to take more time to actually do PvE content and raids. Is balancing the two sides of the game really helps avoid burnout. So yes, look forward to that next week. I'm going to bid you good night. It's time for me to enjoy a nice cup of tea. And in fact, while we're on the subject of tea, I just want to bring up this mug. As you can see, this is one of my favourite mugs. I actually have this in work with me, and it's basically the upon wiping, divert blame from yourself by immediately selecting something from the list below, and it includes the hunter, the whelps, the gnome, lag, rogue, the tank, the mage, the healer, Leroy Jenkins, the raid leader, the faction that you aren't, and the hunter again. Okay, in order for you to win your very own copy of this mug, have a look at it. Yes, it's the mug, look at the mug. If you would like your very own mug of this fine calibre, for which you too can enjoy afternoon tea, and have a nice salmon and cucumber sandwich while you're doing it, then please do subscribe to my channel, leave a comment and like, and a random number generator, because I love them, could select you to win that mug, in which case I will purchase it for you and post it out to you, because that's the kind of nice guy I am. I'm going to leave you with some of the pony entries that we've had for the Mottled Drake competition. If you haven't entered, entries close on the 5th of July 2011. It's your chance to win the Mottled Drake loot card from the WoW trading card game, and that obviously gives you the Mottled Drake mount in game. Okay, and I shall put a link down here somewhere. Strange webcam video. Which way is my hand going? Down there somewhere. And that will link you to the page with the competition rules. So yes, enjoy the gallery, and I will catch you guys another evening. Have fun. Take care. Bye.